because, you know, I know we all lost a lot, but it was also, I was just so grateful to keep hearing from many people in this room. We heard from you how you were, when you were about to stream a show, that you Zoom cooked dinner with a friend beforehand that you normally would have gone to the show with, which is like hopefully like a once in our lifetime situation, because not in a good way. And also how many folks renewed their subscriptions or renewed their gift or gave more, and saying, you know, you didn't know when you'd be back, but it was important to you. That was amazing.
And just want to piggyback on the both parts of what you said, but just to reiterate, we have a truly astounding staff here. We asked so much of them. We asked them to learn, well, and ourselves as well, learn so many new things, learn how to film theater, so many pivots, so many, you know, about faces, and just want to give a huge round of applause to our staff. And I want to add, I also want to add, and even tonight, but I really want to add how safe we felt, just health-wise through the year, because of, again, the incredible work of our staff. So
yeah, we took, you know, we've administered over 2,000 PCR tests from this building.
I had 40 of them myself.
Yeah, probably. You know, we were just so careful. We had the guidance from, if anyone knows Dr. Steve Hinnigan, an infectious disease specialist. If you see him, say thank you. People noticed, too, you know, from people like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, even neighbors and friends saying to each other, hey, did you catch the latest show? And their friends going, there's a show in this, you know? And then responding, I can't believe that's happening. That's really cool. And so I think it's great that we're starting this year with people having taken note nationally and locally of how we work to remain essential.
And see, you wrote applause line.
No, it doesn't say applause line. You make me look like I'm asking for it.
No. And so here we are. We have a play open and running over there in Spring Theater with At the Wedding, and we have My Father's War opening. Don't tell some of the folks who are involved. Next week, our 15th anniversary season is underway, and it is in person. Our full lineup is happening, including all the shows that we had to postpone from last spring. Everything will be staged by the end of this fall, about 5 months later than originally anticipated.
So I'll just say it again. We owe so much to the group of people in this room, and to other leaders in our community and funders. You're the reason we've been able to keep our terrific team intact and even grow it. Yeah, in the midst of this crisis. So this doesn't say, oh, this does say applause. Yeah, applause.
I thought that was for me. Okay.
All right.
So, okay, here we are. Why are we here? We are here to roll out season 16. I'm just going to test this out. T222.
Well, that's 3 of them, so it's kind of cubed.
Yeah,
cubed is a problem.
Cubes, not going to work.
Yeah.
We have read literally hundreds of scripts. We have talked with our most trusted collaborators in the national artistic community. We are more than confident that you're going to love what we have in store.
So today is our season unveiling. It's particularly exciting too, though, just to note how much you already know about. You know, from At the Wedding, to My Father's War, to Matilda, to Violet, to American Mariachi, Designing Women. Lots of exciting news coming up about that one. I just found out the name of the New York Times writer who's been assigned to cover it. There's a lot that's already announced that's also exciting. But here's what's new. Instead of Bob and I sharing it, we thought we'd do something a little different this year. You haven't had the chance to meet our new full-time team members in person, and so we thought we would invite the folks who joined us over the past year but who you haven't got to see to come up and share the news about these new shows. To introduce our first show, please welcome TheatreSquared's new Director of Community Experience, Tara Versi, and Patron Loyalty Director, Andrea Newby.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and it's wonderful to meet you all. I've had a chance to meet some of you, but definitely looking forward to connecting with everyone individually. But I'm Tara, and after nearly a decade in leadership at the University of Arkansas Office of Admissions, I'm so excited to join the T2 team. Yay! As the Director of Community Experience, it's my pleasure to be able to oversee audience services, events, and the Commons Bar and Cafe. We love food and drink, always. All of the things that really help make our new home a community space.
It is so nice to see you all here in this community space. My name is Andrea, and after many years serving as the Patron Loyalty Director at the North Carolina Symphony, I was so excited to return to my first love, my true love, theater, and this new role, this new position at T2. So I love inviting audiences and students and teachers, the community, to experience remarkable live theater in this beautiful space, not just once, but again and again.
To begin the season with this October, how many of you have heard the phrase, "When life is bitter, turn to sugar"? Yeah, you have. We're excited to launch season 16 with Tiny Beautiful Things, a celebration of the simple beauty of being human. This funny and deeply touching exploration of resilience is based on Cheryl Strayed's journey as the beloved anonymous advice columnist for Dear Sugar. Over the years, thousands of people turned to Sugar for words of wisdom, compassion, and hope.
And she started out a little uncertain, but Sugar finds her way by weaving her own life experiences together with the heartfelt questions from her readers. This new play was brilliantly adapted for the stage by Nia Vardalos. Have you heard of Nia Vardalos? The Academy Award-nominated writer of My Big Fat Greek Wedding? Ah, yes. And the play was a New York Times Critics' Pick.
In its review, Variety called it a theatrical hug in turbulent times. Sounds right,
that, yeah.
right? Now, I'd like to welcome two of my team members who have taken the lead on the culinary and beverage creations that many of you have come to love in the Commons Bar and Cafe, and who also catered the reception that we just enjoyed. Please join me in welcoming Commons GM Andrew Futch and Associate Manager Michael Bennett Spears.
All right. Thank you all. I'm Andrew Futch. It's very nice to meet everybody. Very great to meet you. I'm so happy to have joined the T2 team after helping launch the press room and the Holler in Bentonville, if you guys have ever been there, heard of those. All right. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Yep. And I help them with their coffee and beverage programs and cocktail programs as well. So we're looking forward to offering some neat new things at the cafe.
And I'm Michael. I joined T2 after working for many years down at Bordino's as a member of their team and eventually managing their team. So actually, I know quite a few of you in this room tonight. I also brought along my very good friend Kelly Humphrey. She's a pastry chef from 28 Springs. And so she and I are kind of co-managing the kitchen back there, and we've got so many incredibly delicious things on that menu that we just absolutely cannot wait to share with you and show you what's happening in the comments.
All right. In 2019, a record 10,000 audience members joined us to see TheatreSquared's own magical production of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. A lot of you thought it would be nice for us to make it a new Northwest Arkansas holiday tradition. And T2 had planned to bring it back in 2020, but instead we opted to do a new version of the show instead via streaming.
And so, but now we're incredibly excited to return to those original plans as we bring this incredibly innovative, joyful adaptation of Dickens' timeless holiday ghost story to the brand new space at Fayetteville Public Library as an add-on to our season 16 subscriptions. And so we also hope that you'll bring your whole family, enjoy the show, and join us, as well as try out some of our delicious made-from-scratch pastries or enjoy a nice glass of wine on the terrace. We cannot wait to see you back in this building.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all glad to be back in the building? Oh, yeah. We're glad you're here, especially with your wallets. No, I'm just joking. To that end, I'm Chris. I am the new corporate and institutional giving manager here at T2 after spending nearly a decade at St. James Baptist Church as their chief operating officer.
Oh.
Talk to me later.
I'm Erin, and I've just joined the development team as the development coordinator. And I just spent a little over a decade in the Pacific Northwest with Seattle Children's Theater and Theater Puget Sound. I'm so excited to be back in Arkansas. Thank you.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
So in January of 2022, TheatreSquared would bring to the stage MOUNTAINTOP. So MOUNTAINTOP is a gripping reimagination of the events the night before the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on April 3rd, 1968. You probably remember that speech. After delivering one of his most memorable speeches, an exhausted Dr. King retires to his room at the Lorraine Motel. And while a storm rages outside, he is forced to confront his destiny and his legacy after a mysterious stranger arrives.
So this amazing new drama was the winner of the Laurence Olivier Award for Best New Play. And we could not be more excited to share this with you. And we can't wait to have you see the show. Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Chris and Erin. Hey everybody, I'm Jasmine. I'm a theater artist, most recently community coordinator at Blake Street House in Bentonville. I'm thrilled to be joining T2 as audience services manager.
And I'm Robin. I'm joining TheatreSquared as Associate Audience Services Manager. I was most recently at Northern Stage in Vermont, and I'm originally from Georgia. And so next on our stage in February, it's time for a comedy.
Tiger style. Squabbling siblings Albert and Jennifer Chen reached the pinnacle of academic achievement, but as adults, they're epic failures. He's just been passed up for promotion, and she's been dumped by her loser boyfriend. So they confronted their parents and launched an Asian freedom tour. From California to China, this hilarious new comedy examines race, parenting, and success with wit and sharp humor.
To quote the Boston Globe, Tiger Style is a witty, sharply observed comedy that generates impressive comic sparks. If there's one thing all cultures have in common, it's this: when in doubt, blame the parents.
Hello, everyone. My name's Rebecca Rivas. I am an artistic associate here at TheatreSquared and the program director for the Latinx Theater Project. Although I've been at TheatreSquared for a couple years now, I'm here tonight on behalf of my new artistic colleague, Director of New Play Development, Dexter Singleton. You know his work already if you saw his amazing direction of the Royale, and I'm excited to share that he is also directing this next title. Yeah. In spring 2022, the space you're sitting in will be transformed in a way you may not even know is possible for the elaborate entrance of Chad Deity, also a New York Times critic's pick. If you think pro wrestling is all outrageous masks and pyrotechnic, think again. There's so much more in this fresh, funny, and high-octane Pulitzer Prize finalist that will transform the West Theater into in-the-round arena. The elaborate entrance of Chad Deity slams together spectacle, sharp characters, and satire into an invigorating theatrical experience you can't find on pay-per-view. This smackdown of a play tackles racism, dropkicks globalization, and brings a championship tale into the ring. You'll be reminded that in wrestling, as in life, behind every winner lies the story of a really excellent loser.
Good evening. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Camille McCraw, and I am the Business and Human Resources Manager at TheatreSquared. I joined TheatreSquared in December after serving in a similar position at Building Controls and Services in Wichita, Kansas. I'm so excited to be here with you all today.
And I'm Monica. I have worked as a graphic designer, a filmmaker, an arts administrator, a choreographer, and I'm excited to be back in Fayetteville as T2's new marketing associate. And now I'm going to tell you a bit about the next show. Next June, we're excited to host the newest musical from the Pulitzer Prize-winning co-creator of In the Heights, a bold new play called Miss You Like Hell. When a whip-smart, free-spirited, when a whip-smart and deeply imaginative teenager agrees to take a road trip with her free-spirited mother, neither can imagine where it will take them. Chance encounters with a medley of characters along the way bring them closer to understanding what sets them apart and what connects them forever.
Miss You Like Hell is a new musical with a big heart and fierce humor that's full of joy, frustration, and love of being a family in a changing America. Thank you so much.
I'm going off script. There's so many people in the house tonight who have been with us for so long, going back to when it was me and Martin and Amy and Morgan. And that's it. Yeah, she's up there. And that was it. And just sitting here watching these people join our other, 20 or 30 new people, it's an extraordinary experience, even more than this amazing building, these amazing people that are joining us. Okay, back on script. Here we go. So, yes, thank you, Camille and Monica. So, finally, to close out the season alongside the 2022 Arkansas New Play Festival, which, by the way, has emerged as a nationally recognized force in new play creation, we will be staging a world premiere. And I can't take the wraps off that one just yet because we are in final conversations with playwrights and our collaborative partners. But trust me when I say that it is going to be a first staging that you won't want to miss, and that you will be glad to be able to say that you were there or here when.
So closing out the season with the fully staged world premiere, it's an incredible lineup that we're all really excited about, just to be able to plan more plays. I can't tell you how great it feels to be back in this room with all you again. So about all those team members, how'd they do? And while we're at it, what do you think of season 16? If you haven't already renewed, we've got this terrific subscription renewal priority program. Thank you for being part of it if you've opted into that. If you haven't renewed, feel free to stop by the subscription table in the Commons. They'll take care of you. And also, exciting news, you probably saw this, Carmen Cusack, who's a Tony nominee for her role and the lead role in Bright Star, Steve Martin's musical on Broadway, who also played Elphaba and Wicked and various other super prominent roles on Broadway. She's coming to headline our gala on June 3rd. So if you haven't RSVP'd to bring a group of friends together around a table, please do so. We'd love to see you. Our seating is limited, but we'd be happy to have you, delighted to have you, really. So in general, go share the word. Live theater is back in Northwest Arkansas. Yes, agreed. We've waited a long time for this, and it's going to be an amazing year. So thank you for being here.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you out in the Commons.
See you in the Commons.